Hi, so today we will be painting this picture from Iceland when my husband and I went there in 2019. So this was the very first lighthouse that we saw in Iceland. I'll put the name in the description. I can't remember it now, but I'll put it down below. And I just love the clouds in this picture, so I want to try and recreate that. So what I'm using today, my supplies, is the Arteza sketchbook. Um, and then I am using these Mei Liang watercolors, and this is what I suggest in my watercolor starter kit. If you're just starting out with watercolor, these are nice and vibrant paints, but they are not too expensive if you don't want to go with professional watercolors when you're just starting out. So these ones are really great, and that's why I'm painting with them today. I'm also going to be using my Princeton brushes. So I've got my round brush number 2, round brush number 6, round brush number 8, and then I also have an angular brush which I might use, I'm not too sure. But I've got these four here with me today: a pencil and an eraser. And then it's just a Arteza sketchbook. Let me just get I still have one with its cover on. So it's the Arteza sketchbook. And I'll link all of these supplies in the description below. Now, I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you click on my links and you buy any of my products, I will get something out of it. You pay the exact same price, so it would be really nice if you could support me. If you are interested in buying any of these things, please use my links below. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's give it a go. And then, as always, I'll put the drawing for this as a free download on my website, watercolor.com. You don't, oh, no, watercolorwellness.com. You don't have to pay for them. They are free to download and free to paint with me. It's all for the love of watercolor. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you will have some fun. Thanks. So I'm going to speed up the video, do a voiceover as always. And if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. And I'd love to see if you're painting this. I'd love to see if you give it a go. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to start with my brown brush number 8. And I am going to paint the whole sky area just with water. So I'm going to do wet on wet and just paint with water. And then for my sky, I am using light sky blue. And I'm also going to use some fresh blue just at the top. There we go, just fresh blue. So this is the Mei Liang colors, as I said, so it's number 679 and number 327 of the Mei Liang colors. I've patched out where my clouds are, so I've just taken paper towel and patted it onto the blue, and I'm going in with a dark blue, it's a Payne's grey, and I'm just wetting my paper towel and patting it dry, smearing it a little bit to the top to soften those edges, and just looking at my photo and trying to recreate what I've got there. So a bit of darkness in these clouds. And softening the edges. You don't want any harsh lines, you want to give it that effect that it has on the photo. And letting it dry properly. So you can use a hairdryer, you can use a heat gun. I'm just using an old hairdryer. So I'm just adding some clouds here on the side as well, so just a bit of that Payne's grey and then just softening it again. The light, your sky is darker at the top because that's what's closest to you, and then we do it lighter as it goes closer to the horizon. Make sure you let your steps dry in between, so either come back later or use a hairdryer or something, because that's just otherwise everything's just gonna melt into each other and become messy. So I'm doing my first layer of grass here. I'm putting in some shadows just with Payne's grey, and then for my grass here in the front, I am going to use number 599, which is tree green, number 447, which is olive green. I'm going to use a bit of yellow ochre, and I'm just looking at my photo trying to see where there is darker areas and where I have some lighter areas. I'm just adding in this paint. All my shadows are going to the left, sun is on the right, so I'm keeping in mind that I want to do shadows for the grass on the path. For my lighthouse, all my shadows needs to fall on the left. I like the path coming in here, it just leads the eye towards the lighthouse. Okay, so let this first layer of grass dry. It looks a bit weird, but trust the process. So I'm going in with Payne's grey here. If you have a look on the photo, the ocean is a lot brighter on the right hand side. So I'm doing Payne's grey on the left, and then I'm going to add some 3 to 7, which is some of the fresh blue just here on the right with some Payne's grey. Might be ultramarine too. You don't have to use the exact same colors, as I said before in my videos. Use whatever you've got. If you are using this exact same set as I am, you can use the same colors. Otherwise, choose for your oceanic, for example, choose a really dark blue and a brighter blue. Okay, let this dry. Now for my lighthouse, for the shadow, I'm actually looking at my color wheel and I'm choosing a purple that is complementary to my orange, and I am doing an underpainting. So I'm painting my shadow color in first, which is the complementary color for orange. And then on my right hand side, I want it to be really bright because that's where the sun's shining. So I'm going to do an underpainting of yellow. So I'm using lemon yellow on the right hand side, and then I've got a deep violet that I'm doing on the left. and just paint what you see. So if you're looking at your picture, at the photo that I've got over here, just paint exactly as you see it. But of course, you are welcome to put your own spin onto it as well. Add whatever you like. Make it your own. Okay, so this is the light. I'm just doing Payne's grey for it and a very light wash of Payne's grey for the glass. A shadow as you go into the door. It's more a door frame. You don't see the door as it goes in quite deep. Okay, the stone that it's standing on, I'm just using a brown over here. It's more burnt sienna that I'm using, and just a lighter shade of it to the right. Okay, now I'm going in to do my grass, and I'm going to use my trusty old brush that I've cut up and that I often use for texture, and I will use that one to create texture for this whole area. So my grass is a combination of olive green, yellow ochre, tree green. I've got a bit of burnt sienna in there. So just a mixture, really, giving some variation. Playing with the textures, playing with my shadows, playing with the colors. I want the path to stand out nicely. Blending some of it. Right at the end, we're gonna take either a white gel pen or white pencil and add in some of the highlights again. So you can make it dark now. You can also use masking fluid to mask out your grass beforehand, but I chose for this painting to just use some white pencil at the end for my highlights. So just continue playing with your grass, building your path. Remember the shadows that the grass is casting to the left. And you can use some Payne's grey in between as well. It's always good to have a good old, you can just buy a cheap brush or an old brush, just something that you can use to create these textures. It makes such a big difference, especially if you're doing large areas of grass or trees. I'm adding in some burnt sienna just in my path where the grass is lying flat as it's been driven over. Okay, so now I'm going in with that bright orange, and I've used both cadmium orange, which in this paint set it is number 19, and I've also used the orange yellow, which is number 268. So this is the cadmium orange. Letting this dry, and then I'll do another layer of the orange yellow. And you can already see, just by looking at this and looking at the photo with the reference, how close the shadows, how nicely the shadow and the highlight has formed just by doing that underpainting of the complementary color. Okay, let it dry, do your little roof. I also did it just in the same orange. Do some shadows. I'm just adding some more shadows here in the grass. Going onto the track. Shadow for my lighthouse. And now I'm just doing my finishing touches with a white pencil. So this is a pastel white pencil. And I'm just doing some grass going in all kinds of directions, some highlights. And that's it. If you've liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And let me know if you paint this as well. Just a tip, as you can see there, I have heated up the masking tape because then it comes off your page easier. So I hope you enjoyed it, and happy painting.